Madam President, in a moment I'm going to yield to Senator Kaine. But before I do that, I just wanted to make a few points based on the remarks of my friend from Texas, Senator Cornyn. And Senator Cornyn talked about military spending, and how much we should spend on the military is a very important debate. We now spend more money than the next 9 countries combined. But as we talk about the deficit and the debt, I would remind my colleagues and the American people that one of the reasons that our national debt is at $18 trillion, and one of the reasons that our deficit is as high as it is that under President Bush, we went to war in Iraq and we went to war in Afghanistan, and we put those wars on the credit card. We didn't pay for them. On Thursday at the Senate Budget Committee meeting, an amendment was passed to add another $38 billion to defense spending, added to the deficit. So I kind of have a little bit of a problem understanding all of my Republican friends coming down here and saying, we're really concerned about the deficit and the debt. We're going to have to cut back on Head Start. We're going to have to cut back on health care. We're going to have to cut back on Meals on Wheels programs for seniors. We're going to have to cut back on Pell Grants, making it harder for young people to be able to go to college. We just can't afford those things anymore because the deficit is so high. But when it comes to military spending, we don't have to worry about the deficit at all. So I've got a real problem with that, and I suspect that within the next couple of days there will be an amendment on the floor which makes it very clear that if people want to go into another war, and I certainly hope we do not go into another war, I think 2 wars is quite enough, but if people want to vote for another war, they're going to have to pay for that war and not pass that debt on to our kids and our grandchildren. And with that, Madam President, I would yield the floor to the senator from Virginia, Senator Kaine.